I'm gonna snag that gourmet voucher just because. Advanced Fade to Black is now available. Why do I get the feeling that is a Fatalis quest? Alrighty. Oh, they have advanced quests now. I just realized this. Holy shit. What's new quest? Master rank. Optional. The fuck even? My achy, bracky heart. Yeah, you're watching. That makes me happy. My friend Hopeful is going to be jumping on in a moment. My jokes suck, so I'm breaking him in. I'm gonna have him play something that pisses him off for content, because I'm an asshole like that. Because he doesn't have Monster on his PlayStation, you know, he's an absolute, you know, scrub lord, you know, he ain't a true monster hunter like me, you know, I mean, look at this, look at this absolute power right here, look at that shit, that is just... Wish you could edit your character's glutes, because mine are definitely bigger than that in real life. What the fuck is wrong with me? We're here just playing a game. I'm just posing randomly on a... Look at my cat! Well, I'm sorry, look at my raccoon, because I have designed him to look like a raccoon. Look at little Cheshire. Little Cheshire's just like, yeah! Get it with the jazz hands. I wonder. Let's go through other poses. Haha. Haha. We're both strong, saluting. Guild Knights of Hunt Strong. Yeah, boy. Naruto looking at. Look at that fucking... My cat just really be rocking the Naruto look. The arena glories in your victory. Ha! I swear to God, if he's not on. Another video cut out. You can still hear me. Okay, I'm back. Long log on. Da, 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 da. Oh my goodness. I can barely hold my balance. My character is still as fuck. Oh, Hippo Zoned is streaming right now too. High five. What is my cat doing? Oh, it looked like he was peeing on the staircase for a second. If you look at it. If you look. Because looking at it from the front, he's just got his paw over his head. Look at the little kitty. But from back here, it looks like he's pissing on the fucking. it, lo- it looks like he's pissing on the staircase. My character's eyes look like they've just seen a demonic hell invasion. I need to unlock all those poses, but you gotta pay for them, and I don't like that. Because this game's not free, believe it or not. This game is not free. I honestly should just do the guiding lands, because I need master rank and hunter rank, but I'm also kinda... Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna eat and do the guiding lands. Before this, wonderful gourmet voucher runs out. Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong. Guidelines. Depart. Parting is such sweet sorrow, and there's already a fucking Barioth over there. Wow. Wow. Rawr. Wow. There's already a fucking Barioth. It's only level 2, guys. Come on. I think it's level 2. If it's level 1 and there's a Barioth over there, I got some questions. Because Barioth is like Tigrex and Nargacuga. That motherfucker don't play. I mean, Nargacuga is pretty easy. And Tigrex, I mean, starting up a fight with Tigrex is hard, but once you start getting some traction, Tigrex becomes so fucking simple. Unlike in old games where, you know, whenever he's not enraged, you do decent, and whenever he's enraged, he fucking destroys you. But you know what? That's fine. Also, fun fact, Tigrex has the most powerful jaws in the entire Monster Hunter universe. His jaws are more powerful than the hydrogen bomb. Like, I don't know how true that is, but because Tigrex is so fucking ridiculous and stupid, I'm just gonna say it and throw it out there. I wonder if we'll see a Tigrex while we're out here. Probably. But only if we level up the Rotten Vale region. Hello to all the monsters here. I've come to fuck you up. I guess I'll start with Barioth, even though he's gonna fucking kill me. Barioth's gonna beat my ass, I can already tell. Oh well, might as well go for him anyway. Temporal! I keep forgetting I have temporal now. Run, I slid past the camp entrance. Go, 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 go. Also, my armor set is ugly as fuck, but I don't have a layered armor set that I want to wear over it. Change equipment. I want temporal. Also, if you're liking the stream so far, share with your friends and all that good junk. Tell them to subscribe. I appreciate every subscriber I get. Old claw marks from a Barioth. I gotta figure out where this motherfucker is before I try to chase him. ever questioned something so much, but you don't really know how to justify your questions? I have. It fucking sucks. Wait, what are these question mark tracks? They look like Puke Puke tracks. Probably. Oh well. Also, I'm not worried about the bugs that guide me to the monster because, to be fair, I have him highlighted on my map. I also need to drink a hot drink before I go in here because it is cold as fuck up in here. It's about as cold as my steak gets when someone tries to serve me a well done steak. I only take my steak rare. I will be that guy. I don't care what you think about me being that guy. I'll be that guy anyway because you know what? I have every right to. Also, I fucking saw slinger ammo over here. I need that shit. Oh no! Oh, fuck. I need to get to his face. Gotta let me ride your face, buddy. Why am I not reaching? Damn it. Bada boom! Ain't no way in hell you getting out of this, buddy boy. You are not getting out of this. Ah, shit. Air out material, heavy dragon vein bone, cold-blooded ice fang. What the fuck? I hate this bullshit. Fighting monsters like Barry Hoth. I'm really sick of it. Oh, baby. Okay, since it's just me here talking to a screen, because I'm live and there are people watching indeed, I'm gonna start letting out some of my shower thoughts. Now what shower thoughts are, there's just random thoughts that come to your head. They can be fucked up, they can make you really think about shit. You know, they kinda just let people know that you think about things way too much and you might be crazy. But there are a lot of people post their shower thoughts on YouTube, and for some reason it's so fucking hilarious because you wonder where they come up with this shit. And I got a few of my own, so I might as well just go about telling off some of mine. Yes, I'm tattling on myself this stream. So if you think about it, if you really think about it, oh, I can't fucking see. This is why I should write down some of that. Did you know if you peel bone-in buffalo wings off of their bone before you eat them, technically you are now eating boneless buffalo wings? Never thought of that. I once saw a post A guy hit a vape and it exploded and detonated his mouth. So the main reason it happened was because, you know, he didn't maintenance it properly. I guess you could say his mouth was vaporized. No, that shit sucked more than fucking that shit sucked more than Sasha Grey at a Chief Keef concert. So ducks quack and geese honk. If they were to mate, what sound do you think the creature they produce would make? Would it be a mixture of both? Would it be a mixture of both? Like, would it try to, like, would it sound like my friend Derek every time he has a fucking voice crack? No, something like that. I'm not even gonna explore that one. The biggest thing about The biggest thing about taking care of pets is sometimes you wonder why the fuck they do half the shit that they do. Sure, a lot of people post videos of their dogs and cats doing some funny shit. But there's always that one really, really psychotic bastard that tries to make you think that your pet has some sort of incurable disease and is dying slowly. If you ever see somebody comment on your videos like that when you're trying to post a funny video of your pet, here's a simple solution. You tell them that their mother's brain is about the size of a kitten's testicles, and then you go about your day. But it works 100%. I always like to think that every time a cat gets angry, it's cussing you out, but like it can't find the actual words in humans, so it's just hacking in the back of its throat, trying to release all its verbal anger towards you. Like a cat getting ready to start verbally abusing its owner. I wonder what cats are saying every time they get pissed off at their owners. A lot of people assume it's something like don't do that, but me, every time I see a cat get pissed off, its hair raises on end, it loses its fucking shit, and it starts clawing and biting you. I feel like they're actually just shouting death threats, but that could just be me. So my dog Mab has hip dysplasia, but she doesn't really suffer the effects of it that much anymore. Because we had her on a treatment plan that worked for a while, but we lost the ability to pay for that treatment plan. And now she just kind of lays around all lazy and shit. She's kind of an extension of me, in a way. Only, she doesn't, well, she doesn't spout mindless nonsense on the internet. So 3 guys walk into a bar. They see the bartender. He's standing at the bar washing a mug, and there's a monkey sitting on the bar. Just a little monkey sitting on the bar. And one of the guys goes, "Hey, bartender, what's the monkey for?" And the bartender goes, "Watch this." The bartender pulls a 2x4 out from under the bar. He whacks the monkey across the head with it, and the monkey just goes flying across the bar. And the monkey hits a wall, slides down it slowly, gets up, walks behind the bar, gives the bartender a blowjob, and then jumps back up on top of the bar. The bartender looks at the guys and goes, "Any of y'all want to try that?" First guy goes, "No thank you, I'd rather not." Second guy goes, "Nah man, I'm good." third guy looks at the bartender and he goes, sure, but as long as you don't hit me as hard as you did the monkey. This kid was having a nightmare one night about an eagle head, and the eagle head told him in his dream that his grandmother would die the next day. He says, Timmy, your grandmother is going to die tomorrow. Well, Timmy wakes up screaming and he calls for his dad, and his dad comes in and he tells his dad about the dream, and his dad goes, it's just a dream, son. Just go back to sleep. You'll be alright. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Well, the next day, sure enough, they wake up, and the grandmother has, she dies. After the funeral and everything, they go about their life, and a couple weeks later, after the funeral, the kid has the dream again, and in the dream this time, the eagle head tells him, tomorrow your dad will die. The kid wakes up and he starts screaming. He's like, Dad, come here. And Dad comes into the bedroom. He's like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I just had another dream about the eagle's head. It says you're gonna die tomorrow. And Dad looks frightened and he's like, it's just a dream, son. Go to bed. That night he goes to bed, but he can barely sleep. The next day he's at work and he gets a call from home. It's his wife. And the wife goes, honey, you won't believe what just happened. The milkman just dropped dead right on our front porch. I know I may have told all these jokes in a recent stream, but at the same time, I kind of feel like I have to make up time because Hopeful is just not here at the moment. And he's where most of my content comes from. Yeah, I get it. I'm using my friends as content. It's just some of the shit he says makes my streams interesting. Because usually when I stream by myself, I rat off a bunch of bullshit for the longest. Why is he walking around with raw meat in his mouth like a fucking Odogaron? Do they have a turf war? Oh, please don't do this. I'm being ganked. They're also killing each other. Ow. I'm gonna take this mantle off. Should I take it off slowly for you, or should I take it off fast? I don't know. It's up to what you like. Cheshire, you finally paralyzed it. Jesus. Your procs have just not been happening, buddy. Oh my god. And there's the tail cut. I need a mount. I need to mount this motherfucker. There we go. That's damage towards the actual body. Can you break his back, or... Board. Killing off this monster. 'Cause I am bored. He just kind of phased through the map. Unless I totally missed something. Ow, fuck. Alright, looks like I'm gonna be carving this tail over here. I already have a piercing pod. I love how it prioritizes slinger ammo over, you know, gathering monster parts, which is something that is extremely important in this game. I know for a fact he's gone back up into the tundra region. So I'm going to sharpen and heal a little bit. Ah, free meal. Nice. I didn't actually use that potion. You just illusioned me using it. It was all a ruse, you know what I mean? Just gonna eat a ration. Barioth's fight takes way too much time. I didn't even think I was already at the point where I could fight Barioth. Okay. You know, you also could not do that. Oh, I need temporal so bad. I could fucking flinch shot him if I had it. Never mind, I can... Oh, never mind. You climbed up on the wall on purpose. Oh, wow. There we go. There it is. I didn't mean to do that. I still got it off. Give me that shit. Yeah, eat. Stab you. Stab you. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Hello, Cheshire. I wasn't viciously mauling this winged cat in front of you. We steal jokes around here. That's not even mine. Ah! Oh, it hit anyway. Oh, he's going to sleep. I might as well let him. Please don't hit him, whatever you do. Nah, come back here. Fucking asshole. Ruined my absolute fucking evening. Whoever came up with that small monster is literally dog shit of a human being. Will the developers actually see this video? No. Do I care? Fuck no. They've already caused me so much pain in this game. I literally could care less about whether they see my content or have a fucking opinion about it. Let's just hope Rise makes up for where this game fucked up so bad. For example, they never put Chameleos in this fucking game. Like, what are you high? Like, Jesus. Because everyone knows Chameleos is a better Elder Dragon than fucking Safi. His fucking theme is just amazing, too. Like, why would you not revamp that? And to all those who told me that Gormagala might make it in World, and I'm like, nah, fuck no, there's no way in hell. They try to convince me that there was a possibility he'd make it, and I'm like, no, there's not a chance. He was a flagship monster with a very, very special effect on the game. And they're going with like a realistic, natural fucking ecosystem type thing here. So if Gore was to be in this game, so frenzy monsters would have to be. And they keep telling me generations, what about GU? Motherfucker, does it look like I care about that fucking celebration game? The only reason Frenzy Monsters didn't exist in that game is because it's not canon to the lore. It is not main story like World is. It's not supposed to be. It's not a part of the fucking main storyline of the games. If this is a level 2 monster, I'd hate to see what you have at level 3. But, like, seriously. But people just don't understand. Sure, Generations and Generations Ultimate, the celebration game to celebrate Monster Hunter, which is not canon to the main story like World is, and doesn't follow any of the rules of the ecosystems that the developers of Monster Hunter have made very clear with each game they've released. You know, Gormagala can't just be dropped into the game. He would have to have his own quest line. There would have to be frenzied monsters as well as the tempered monsters now. It's not just tempered monsters. But people tell me this fucking... they can just put him in the game. No, they can't. Especially with how they've built World to be. Following ecological rules. Having an ecosystem that works a certain way. Being naturally real... or realistic, rather. You know, you can't just drop Gormagala in a game like this. You can't just plop him into the fucking game all willy-nilly. Because of the way the Frenzy virus works. And the way that, you know, it always has worked. And that's just how it is. I don't care who you are. You know. I don't care who you are. There's like... there's no logic behind just dropping Gormagala in the game. Just random on a fucking whim. You just can't do that. Simply because of how the monster works and the ecology of the frenzy virus, the way it works itself. You can't just drop him in the game. And I try explaining that to people who tell me, oh, they could just drop them in, and they're just like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. They don't have to do that. Yes, they do. This is not Generations. No, they just dropped them in Generations. There were no frenzied monsters. Did you not just fucking hear me? This is not Generations. But these people that I talk to are just so unbothered by lore and how shit works, and the way they've set the ecological system in this game up to be, that they don't fucking accept the fact that, yes, you can't just drop Gormagala in this game. You can't just add him. Alright? It doesn't work like that. In my opinion, it will never work like that. Specifically because of how his frenzy virus works, how he works. You know, they would have to bring Shigaru Magala in as well. Because you can't have Gore without Shigaru. Because Shigaru is a matured Gore. No, everybody wants to fucking just dismiss ecology and how shit works, and I'm not saying everybody, as in, yes, absolutely everybody that plays this game is saying things like this. No, I'm not saying that. The people that I've talked to, so many of them are just like, dude, they can just throw him in the game. No, they cannot. Agree to disagree. What the fuck are you talking about, agree to disagree? You're wrong. I'm sorry, but that's not how this fucking game works. And that never will be. I'm so fucking mad when people just say agree to disagree when they're wrong. And I'm trying to, like, explain it to them in the way they understand. I'm like, dude. Yeah, sure, there are other things that we can agree to disagree on. Like, you know, what color is better and shit like that. But when it comes to how this game works, and the clear fucking evidence on how shit's gonna work in this game, and all the obvious reasons why you don't just randomly put a monster like Gormagala into this game. And you just say agree to disagree because I make a good point and I win, and I'm basically winning the argument that you're trying to fucking that you're trying to fucking carry on. And I know he's my favorite monster. I know he's my absolute favorite monster, and that's why you're trying to give me false hope that he would enter the game. By saying they could just, but they can't. Tigrex made it into the game because he has no intense effect on the ecosystem. Glavenus made it into the game because he has no intense effect on the ecosystem. I'm sorry, he just doesn't. He's a fucking T-Rex that breathes fireballs and has a giant fucking sword for a tail. What's that gonna do to the ecosystem? Give it a cool fucking dinosaur looking thing? Like, dude. This game went for a realistic ecosystem. That's exactly what this game went for. Everything works as an ecosystem. It is an actual ecosystem, a living ecosystem. One that you can't just throw fucking Gormagala in without adding a huge ass quest line with frenzied monsters. Because they went for natural order. They went for how things work in nature. So if they were to add Gormagala into this game, they would have to add the natural effects of Gormagala existing in an ecosystem. And that's what the people that I've talked to don't understand. It's not that simple. It never will be that simple. Especially not for this game. I don't know why I'm going on this rant right now. I feel like these are Puke tracks of some sort. Are they regular or are they coral? I think they might be regular. Hello there, great Joggeros. That's a wake-up hit. I don't know if they hit the head, but you know what? It's like 400 points of damage, so... I wonder if I can put him in my team. Where's he going? Wait! Great Joggers, come back! I want you in my Pokemon team! I need your reggae-looking haircut. I need your Rasta-looking ass in my... Why is he just running away? I'm gonna keep using this net until I capture him. Shit. I will fucking capture you with my capture net. I will fucking catch you like a Pokemon. Yes. Get captured. Get captured. You will be my new Pokemon. Can't remember what my fucking Pokemon was. My first Pokemon was. I think it might have been. Was it Stygian? Or was it? Nah, I can't remember what it was. Capture. Oh, that did 2 points of damage. Because the double damage from the wake-up hit. Put him to sleep again. No, not me. Not me. Cheshire, wake me up. So clearly those were Nightshade Paolumu tracks. I will keep fucking hitting you with this net, great Joggers. You will be mine. Oh, has he healed? I don't want to whack him with my switch axe because I feel like it'll kill him. Oh, I can't. Oh. Wedge beetle. Oh, are you kidding me? Why, Great Joggers, why? I just want you to be in my Pokemon team, bro. I need to capture you. No! God damn it. Shit. Fuck. Thought I could get him. Kinda wanna see if I can't nuke me some of that leftover chili and put some crackers and cheese in it. Just, if Hopeful would fucking log on. Hopeful, please. Hopeful, pick up your fucking phone. Come on, give me a break. Where you at, Hopeful? You motherfucker. Oh my god. I just want to go and make me a bowl of chili real quick. And he's just nowhere to be found. Ugh. Man, I hate this. I hate having to, like, I don't know. Decayed crystal. I just realized where that comes from.
Hello?
Ah, there you are.
Yeah.
Is your mic gonna be nice and loud this time?
It's already loud.
Okay, I'm gonna go and make me a bowl of some of that leftover chili. What I want you to do is, I want you to share some of your shower thoughts with the stream.
My what?
Your shower thoughts.
What shower thoughts?
You know, the fucked up shit that you think about that, you know, you kind of really didn't start thinking about willingly. It just kind of come across your mind and you think about it and you're like, wow, that's kind of fucking weird. But then you keep thinking about it and you're like, what if though? I shared a few of mine earlier. I need to go make some chili, but I don't want there to just be silence while I'm sitting in this fucking tent. So, if you could, just share some of yours while I go make this bowl of chili, because I'm fucking hungry. Awful.
Still here. Still here.
Okay.
Okay. I really don't have any Twitch shower thoughts, whatever you want to call them. I don't have any.
Well, see if you can't develop something. Just think of something fucked up. See if something comes across your mind, just talk about it.
I think about the time that, what is it, almost nearly died.
Yeah, there we go. Hopeful almost
Wow.
died at one point in his life. Go ahead, Hopeful story time. Alright, I'll be back.
Multiple times.
Oh,
For being seriously injured.
alright. Well, I'll be back. Go ahead and have fun with that story time. I'll be back.
It was a family gathering. It was a family gathering, Russell was, and me being stupid, Russell, completely. Me being stupid, I nearly wasn't drowned. And it was a family gathering. Was in some state was I think it was like upstate or like downstate somewhere like either Mississippi or like Louisiana somewhere it was. And so completely like what is it? I seen what is it? Was it? I said they had a pool right there, right? So I said, oh great, I want to go to the pool. So I'm saying like, okay, that's cool, blah blah. What's this? Little pool right there, right? It was cool. With my cousin and friends right now, all of us we are just running we're running towards the pool. We're just running towards the pool. So in midair, my stupid self wanted to jump inside the pool, knowing that I don't know how to swim. I'm sitting here like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Yo, oh my goodness. So there's one time I was got hit by a car when I was trying to get a piece of paper from a teacher. Oh my god, it was a lot. Oh man, a lot of things happened to me, but it's whatever. And then there was a shootout at like a skating rink or whatever. I was in the skating rink. Russell was to come pick up my cousins. Russell was my older cousins and all that stuff. But online, Sarah, she was playing my video game. I really want to talk to my buddy. And then there was one time, they said, "Oh, hey," well, I think I texted my mom. Russell said, "Hey, can we come can you come pick us up?" Russell says, my mom said, "Sure." Russell says, blah blah. So we go there. Russell says, "All right." We go there. What's it? We go there right there, right? What else is? We go there. We gonna run like the back way. Like, and the back way, that's where you're like, yeah, sure, you're supposed to be getting all this kind of stuff this way. And so completely, tell me why we're over here is like completely like screaming like like get him in the bar, right? And completely, there's this one kid that pulled out a gun. This one kid used it, I guess, for like talking smack. Most of that type of stuff. Most of this. And so mom, she told me that she said go, oh hey, go meet around the corner. Most of the go meet around the corner. Right, was go meet around this place and that place. Right, go meet around the corner. Most of the I was so scared. I was so scared that completely. I was so scared that completely I wasn't. There was a guy with a gun. Was like, my mom had told me, like, hey, go meet around the corner. And so completely, I go around the corner. It's real. I'm just sitting there, for like a good minute. Everything right. I'm going like, what is happening right now? I'm so scared. And then my mom, my mom was she comes around the corner and tells me, okay, let's go, let's go. So, there's a lot of things that happen down here. It's just like, I mean, where I'm from, there's really nothing that really happens at all. Half the time, it's just usually like just gunshots. Really, it's usually just what is it? Just gunshots, violence, people doing stupid stuff, fighting, what it is. Yeah, but yeah, but yeah. Nothing happens down here. Nothing really happens down here. But yeah. I wish I could monster or something. Honestly, oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't play it. It's not that it's trash wrestling. It's just like, it's like I just get really like plays with like it's hunting monsters with bats and things. Fighting with monsters and this. It's not really. I can like live stream Call of Duty on here next time. And maybe I'll probably do something videos. So I mean, if I can look my stuff up, let's see. Damn. So I thought this was a guy. I thought this was a guy. What is it? It sounds like space operator missiles. Things like space operator missiles. What's far? He completely. One thing I really announced about he's an ex-soldier, so he can like shoot any other time. So I'm just like, man, I asked him what's what. I think it was on like a story timeline. It was about this. I said, hey, I said that I was I said I need to. He said, yes, we should do this. But I was already thinking about like the benefits and everything. Like it was completely being in the military. Your dreams was to be in the military. Yeah. Turn on the new scar. Turn on the new scar. Well, not a new scar. I seen this one loadout that he was doing and playing videos with this using a scar with a grenade launcher.
Interesting. What happened? What happened?
So that was following this one guy. I followed this one guy on what is it on Instagram. His name's like space operator was this, and he's like this ex-military police officer was this, and he was like serving in there for like 13 years or something. And all he was doing was space. I guess he was just police officer was, and so I was asking him, I asked him on this one thing, on like this one questionnaire thing on this timeline he put on there. I said, hey, should I join the military? Right? Because I was already thinking about like joining the military. But I found out, I asked him about it, and so yeah, sure, it would be a really good experience for you and everything. So completely, I was like, okay, well, I looked it up and everything, so I was like, whatever. I seen one of his videos that he's using a Scar H for like, I think it's like an FN Scar or something like that, which I'm trying to get. It was like $3,000. It costs like $3,000 just for a cap.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Are there any other monsters out here right now?
I don't understand how people just play this game. Monster Hunter.
What? What?
I said I don't know if you can play this game all the time.
Easy, it's fun.
I mean, yeah, it's not a bad game. It's just like 5.5 years or something. This thing upgrade
It's
dinosaur.
literally just a game full of boss fights. And you use the bosses to make your armor.
I mean, just I never really. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just, like I just can't remember this fight of upgraded dinosaurs. But that's what this is. We blowing up some stuff. Imagine if they had a good. Imagine if they had like a monster fight, like modern day time, but like yeah, it's like grenade launchers and everything just take one down or detail.
Um,
That's
they
rest.
have something kind of like that, except it's not called Monster Hunter, it's called Evolve, and it's kind of futuristic.
Yeah,
Oh, coral
I see
puke
something.
puke feathers. Oh, that's interesting.
I see something like that.
Bruh. Bruh, I'm about to lose my fucking mind.
Right, but that's
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I'm never sleeping tonight. Nope. 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 Fucking Barryoth runs in front of me and falls asleep right in front of me, and a big ass wolf spider comes crawling at me from the corner of my eye. That's what those two pop noises were. I was killing the fucking thing.
got a long second.
Oh, I don't feel good now.
Well, you were scared of wolves.
I don't like. I'm scared of spiders, bro. I mean,
Same.
I'm not nearly as scared of spiders as I am of mannequins and dolls, but you know.
Got mannequins.
Hopefully you're too quiet, man.
You're scared of mannequins?
I'm absolutely horrified of mannequins.
Like, I like a live mannequin.
You know those things they have in malls that they use to show off clothes and shit in the windows? Those things that look
Oh,
human?
those?
That's what a mannequin is, bro.
Oh, I thought you told. I got confused. I got confused with the mime and all that. With the mime, that dude just has
No,
all
no, a mime is
mannequins.
one of those people that just, they're really good at hand uh, gestures and shit.
Yeah, I got confused. But I got you.
I'm not
Um,
scared of mimes. I'm not.
I can trust you on that little doll thing. Was it's like the Annabelle?
Fuck that bitch. If dude, if I see Annabelle come at me even the slightest bit sideways, bet your ass I'm pulling out a fucking blowtorch. You could just mine materials and shit and harvest materials. I didn't expect that big motherfucker to come crawling at me out of the corner of my eye, though. That big motherfucker scared the living shit out of me.
I mean, yeah, I'm scared as far as too though. Like, was it like the one thing was it? I think we have like two different types of spiders that's in Georgia. Like, it's called like a one of those big giant garden spiders, and the Oculus spider or something like that.
There's also black widows.
Yeah, yeah, we got black widows and
We had
brown
black widows in
recluse.
Phoenix City, bro. Like in Phoenix City, my bedroom window on the outside was lined with black widows.
Very small or big.
They were big. I would open my window blinds and watch them fight over food.
Hmm.
These
At least where we
fucking
got.
things were gnarly, bro. And sometimes
True.
it
Like,
sometimes it felt like they were watching me, bro. Just sometimes.
yeah, I got you, man. That was it. I think at my one house in like, I think at my one house was in like in my older neighborhood. There was like a there's a brown recluse where it was in like in the not the faucet but like the what is it? But like the hose, like the hose outside and everything. So my older cousin, he went to go touch her was just running water was to like wash off his hand. We just got done playing outside and mud and all that type of stuff. It was. And so completely what he just saw like this black thing. I saw this black thing like crawling on his hand.
Oh, oh, oh God. Oh God. That's horrible. I would piss myself.
Yeah, what was it?
Oh
And
my
there was another
God.
one
When I
that's
was in
crazy.
Texas for basic training, we had brown recluses bad, dude. Like, oh my God.
You notice like we got them down here, right?
Yeah, but not nearly as bad as they have them in Texas. Jesus. The place that they were going to send us to for fucking Beast Week.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We were going to run into coyotes, wild boars, scorpions, brown recluses. We were going to run into everything under the sun.
Okay. So what's so bad about that?
Bruh, the shit could kill you.
That's the point. You do realize that being a soldier, you're gonna be running into like a whole lot of stuff more than just the wildlife. You
Yeah,
gotta
but
worry
we're
about.
in training.
Yeah. Good luck.
This is Air
Like,
Force
bro,
training, motherfucker. We're not the Marines. What the hell are you talking about?
it doesn't matter if you're the Marines, if you're the Army, Marines, Navy. No, you're going to be running in a lot of stuff that's not even like a part of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be running into that. You're gonna have to like
Yeah,
like
but
what?
like, I thought all the Air Force did was sit in the barracks, unless they were special forces.
No, the Air Force does more. They're not just gonna sit around all day and just completely be like this and that. Like no, they actually do stuff. They do. Not just all about helicopters, jets, and airplanes and all that. No, they actually have men that get on the ground.
Oh yeah, they were telling us about ways that we could keep creatures from getting, critters from getting into our boots and shit. Because there have been situations where like a brown recluse or a scorpion will crawl into somebody's boot while they're sleeping, and then they go throw their boot on, and they get bit or stung.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about
When they told us about
thinking about.
that, I swear to God, my penis turned into a vagina, and I almost screamed.
Imagine, imagine that photo about like a couple years ago of those soldiers who had those two camel spiders sitting on together.
Oh, don't talk about camel spiders, man. Don't talk about those fucking things. I've only seen pictures of them fucking things. My dad has thrown a shoe at one of them. He was in Iraq, I think. It was either Iraq or Afghanistan, and he was living in like an apartment or something like that. And one of them had gotten into his apartment, a fucking huge one. And he saw that motherfucker and heard it crawling across the fucking counter. He looked, saw where the noise was coming from, and he picked up a boot and threw it at that motherfucker.
Did he kill it?
I don't know. I think he did. He might have.
Okay, well, that's the thing. See here, if you're gonna be in the military, or this just much for everybody, if you're gonna be in the military, like was it back then? Was it, let's say back in the past, it was probably like, oh my god, yeah, boy, you gonna do this, do that, right. But nowadays it's like, no, you're gonna be doing some stuff. You're gonna be dealing with somebody. You're gonna be dealing with what you gonna be doing. Even just the wildlife itself. I mean, I don't know, was it one uncle? He's on the military. But completely was it?
There's a
He
YouTube
actually
channel that I have been seeing all over YouTube. It does Army basic training then versus Army basic training now. And oh my god.
yeah. See here,
It's a
I would say
scene
back.
scene where this one guy is having a smoke. The drill sergeant comes up, starts fucking rips the smoke out of his hand, starts talking a bunch of really harsh shit. And he makes him do 20 push-ups and he's really fucking mean and shit. And then it cuts to now, the soldier's on his fucking cell phone talking to like his girl or something. And the drill sergeant comes and like, are you on the phone right now? He's like, oh, I can't be on the phone. He's like, nah, you know what? Nah, you can be on the phone. I don't want you to, have a report on me or something like that. Just do 5 push-ups and carry on. And he's like, sir, 5 push-ups, private. And he's like, I can do 5 push-ups. Can you hold this? And he's like, yeah, I can hold it. The drill sergeant holds his phone while the private does 5 push-ups. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? This can't be real. Because in Air Force basic training, we weren't allowed to have our cell phones on our person unless we were making a call during scheduled call times. Hopeful? Ah, no. This place is beautiful, by the way. I love this scenery. Signs of a turf war. I wish turf wars were as destructive as these signs boast. Because let's be real here, the turf wars in this game, they are not nearly as chaotic as they could be. I hope Monster Hunter Rise has really good turf wars. Saw the turf war between Arzuros and that one monster, I forget its name.
Okay, so with that, but thing like that, everything. But yeah, when you join the military, what is he saying about that? What type of stuff was like that
Uh,
drill sergeant?
Basic training then versus basic training now.
Like what was the drill sergeant saying about the dude with the cigarette?
The dude with the cigarette, he's talking shit, telling him do 20 push-ups and all that shit. The dude's just like, My daddy never hugged me. Can I hug you? And he's like, you can hug the earth. Do 20 push-ups, private. And he starts cussing and shit.
The fact that is that he brought his own emotions into the military, act like they care. Like,
They don't. Or they didn't.
no, they don't. Like what's up, bro? Don't be going up in there acting like that, bro. For real, like
Bruh,
even
nowadays, they give a shit about your emotions. Because, yeah, if they don't, there's actual legal trouble they can get into for some reason.
so you're telling me that I have to actually have an emotion for this person.
No, not exactly. What I'm trying to say is, in the military, at least in the Air Force, from what I've experienced, they take depression, suicidal thoughts, and anxiety very seriously. They take your mental state and your emotional state very seriously because it affects your performance. If you think about it, especially if you're someone like me, it affects your performance, okay? I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm a little bitch, alright? I'm not even gonna lie. 9 times out of 10, I'm a little bitch. I don't like to act the tough guy and shit like that, you know, because that's just not
Yeah.
me. I don't have that alpha energy. But,
I mean, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I really do. Because like I know that a lot of them sorts of they be going like they be coming back with like I would say some of like mental health and all that, even from the training in general. Like, plus, what is it? I know that like some drill sergeants are like, what is it? This one guy was in the Marines drill, so he was saying that some drill sergeants are actually like they're like mean, like with it. They just some of them are actually there to like train you rules, and some of them are just like abusing the power more cases. And those are the ones that's where it's more like yeah, you're just kind of a dick so you can come in like that. Plus, I was like, what is it? What is it? Ah, shit. I probably forgot it, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the military that's very messed up. Right? Plus the military, they'll take anybody, to be honest.
oh wow, Amos got the Resident Evil 2 remake. Awesome. Also, if you're wondering why my character's standing still right now, I'm eating chili.
I might start doing that. Just going around the neighborhood and just asking people what they're
So
doing.
my friend was eating snacks and watching a video, just drifting off to sleep, and he felt something crawling on his thigh. You know, he's under his blankets, but he felt something crawling on his thigh on top of his blankets. And he looks down and there's a fucking mouse on him, and he kicks his legs and hopes he flings that motherfucker across the room.
That was in the barracks.
No, it's in his room.
Oh.
This isn't a military friend. Hopeful.
Oh, okay.
This is a regular
Gotcha.
friend. Speaking of military friends, I need to get in touch with a couple of them. I kind of just forgot they existed for a little bit. Which is
Wow.
an asshole thing to do, especially when we've suffered the same shit together.
Oh, you're good, you're good. It's just like, hey.
I keep expecting Cheshire to tame one of these things, but then I realize he actually that one's paralyzed over there in the distance. I actually have not done any of my lineage shit.
Dog. I'll tell you my worst thing in the military is like, I'll say like the worst thing if I ever join the military. Uh, I think like my worst fear is like going up in there, doing my job for like so long, and like somebody has the nerve to tell me, or like somebody has the nerve to tell me that I'm not getting this out of this situation. You know what I mean? Like, let's say I go into the military for like, let's say 3 years or close to this. I survived, and I want to get out now, and completely somebody wants to come at me like, yeah, you're not getting this. Excuse me?
They're not going to stop you from getting out when your contract's up. They can't legally do that.
Yeah.
However, they can suggest that you stay in for the benefits of retirement after 20 years. Along with, and that goes along with your GI Bill and shit like that.
Yeah, I get that part. I get that part. You know, like what's it? Like, for me, it's just like I don't want to do anything that's where it's just like no, somebody's gonna tell me like, oh well, you didn't. Well, we see these papers and all type of stuff. You gotta prove that you done this for it, or you gotta do this and do that. I'm going like I'm not going through this. I have literally like what's it? If I'm going to something, I'm going to do something like that. Actually, give me like some ribbons, medals, whatever we get, and completely, it's like, yo. You're not
We're
gonna tell
not
me
at
like, oh,
war,
you got.
man. Those glory days aren't happening right now.
I hope they don't. Like, who just they don't. Like, what's it? I seen this one documentary was by like these Mexican soldiers, and they got deported because was it? They got deported and everything because of their green card, like their basically like their papers were up and all that, and they didn't say anything about it, or I guess they
Why
just
the fuck
forgot.
does a green card have an expiration date? It
I
had to have been something else.
hold on a second, Ma, you good?
What just happened?
I heard that noise and all that, man. We just rearranged the room and all. Matter of fact, yep, I'll be right back, but keep that, just keep that on mind a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. But I think it would, if it's not the green card, what it is, or it has to be something else. But yeah, this was
It's
an old
probably a
documentary.
work visa. It's probably a work visa.
Something like that. Yeah, like it probably was, but like it's an old documentary line. It's on Vice. You can look it up or something like that. I forgot about some of the little details from it, but yeah, they went to the military, was this or something like that, and they said that it's like was it like oh well, this had ran out, this not type of stuff ran out, blah blah so on and so on, you know, and so completely that was it. And so completely, it's like these dudes have like was it these dudes don't just like they don't have like some little they don't have some little 2 or 3 medals and all that type of stuff. Like no, like they have medals. They have medals and ribbons and all that. And I'm sitting here like, this is a man that's fighting for a country that like deported. And, like these dudes have been deployed and everything, old dudes. And that's like, wow, that's messed up. A man fighting for a country that like that supports them.
Look, if he's willing to fight for this country, I think you should cut him in. He's earned it.
Yeah, yeah, like that's a like bro.
You should cut him in. If he's willing to bleed for a country that he's not even 100% a legal citizen in, you should cut him in. He's worth it.
Like, bro, you get a rite of passage for like almost dying for a country that deports you like that. You know?
You get a pass. You get a free pass, bro.
Exactly.
You come in on a work visa and you fight in the military as your choice of work, I think you should be cut in. You earned it.
Yeah. And was it anybody that was it? It's not just like 2 or 3 people that's done before. No, I think like it's like a whole valley your world says right near the
That's
like,
a shit ton of people that have done it. And I think it's weird that they're willing to join our military and fight for our country, but still get treated like they're not 100% legal citizens. I do feel like that's where I need to draw the line on immigration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like
because if he comes on a work visa and his first stop and his first choice is to join our fucking armed forces to help us protect our country from enemies, foreign and domestic, I think you should cut him in. I'm pretty sure he's earned it.
That's what I'm saying, like, yo.
Maybe just a little bit.
I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure the reason why. I'm pretty sure like the reason why they want to join because like the benefits. That's one reason for it. Because some things in the military are great, and some things that.
Well, yeah, and sure, let that be their reason. You're still volunteering. You're still stepping up and saying, I will fight for this country. I honestly feel like that should make you 100% a citizen on the dot. Like, you should be 100%. They should cut you in for that. Because it's an honorable thing to do. If you're willing to fucking bleed yourself for this country, you should be made a citizen.
Just it's on Vice News and it's called America's deported veterans. La Fronte.
Deported veterans. Wow. You're going to just deport people that come into this country and fight for it. Like, okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that wasn't like I'm pretty sure that wasn't like his first job on like just joining the military. But like I'm pretty sure like hey, once he found out about some stuff, or some of them have found like
whatever his reason is, he still fucking joined. Not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of our own citizens fucking do that anymore.
Yeah, cause like
because everybody likes to dog on the fucking military.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you and everything. You can look at it later or whatever. But yeah, that's just how it is. Like, and like completely. When I hear stuff like that, it's like, we can all agree upon that. Like, there are some things in America to where it's just like some things really need to change like a lot, and like completely like but like when I hear somebody fighting for a country that's not even theirs, or not even their flag, not even their culture, people, world cities, or anything of that in some way, world cities, but anything in that type of way, world cities, it's just like that's very honorable and like so much courageous in some way. That man is gonna put down his life for
a country that ain't even his. Exactly. Like, dog, at that point it should become your country. Like, what the fuck? You should be a part of this fucking country. If you're willing to stand up and fight for the fucking thing, like, you should be cut in.
Yeah, and like yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
The military, was it in the military? I'm pretty sure like we're not. I already know we're not fighting like so many people. Like we're fighting off this, we're fighting off that, blah blah blah. It's like I know we're not doing that. Like
We
it's
are
just
not
like,
at
yo,
war. We are not out here struggling to fend off the forces of the enemy besides terrorists. But,
yeah, or else, I mean,
like, literally
or just
all
in
we
general,
got is
just
terrorism and camel spiders right now, man. Like, that.
my thing about the candle spiders though, on that one little part right there, is that the fact that it's like
What the
bugs
fuck
can
was
get the
that?
size of your
I'm
what?
sorry, I saw something run under my desk, but I was just hallucinating because we were talking about camel spiders.
See,
You
like
could tell I have paranoia out the ass,
paranoid,
bro. It is
paranoid.
not nice. Anxiety and paranoia are such a big problem of mine.
Same here. Like, was I got anxiety, and I got paranoid. Like, yo, I be seeing stuff around my room 24/7 that now it's just like I just be ignoring
Your
it.
mind
So it's
plays
like,
tricks on you, yeah. That's fucking pain in the ass.
yeah, man. But yeah, like was it on the camel spiders though? Like, was it, it's amazing to me that camel spiders or even just bugs just in general can get the size of or go.
Those things can get about the size of a small dog.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's kind of like it's not scary. I would say,
They can
I was,
get
it's
about
not.
the size of a fucking Dotson wiener dog, bro.
Yeah, it's very. Plus,
Those things kill soldiers, bro. Those things can kill soldiers. Not with
imagine
venom.
going into
Not with venom. Their fangs are fucking massive
oh
compared
yeah,
to
I'm
the rest
saying.
of its head.
Imagine you go into the military, you go through so much training, you go into like what is it, let's say Afghanistan or like some country else it is, and then you get bitten by a camel spider and like you just back over here in America. Like I went through all that training for nothing.
You get bit by a camel spider. If I get bit by a camel spider, I come back to the US and I see a wolf spider, I'll be like, I love you. You're so much better than the shit that I've seen overseas. I'm so sorry for every time that I got spooked and slapped you with a fucking flip-flop.
But yeah, dog. But yeah, I mean, no, it's just
Not to mention,
that's
camel spiders are aggressive to humans. Like, those things fucking attack humans.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
They love
like
to attack humans.
yeah, I'm just like, was it?
That's what
Well, I heard
makes them
something.
even more terrifying, is because they'll fucking attack you. They'll just straight up do it.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
you're
just
a
like,
human in my desert? Oh, guess what? Me and the boys about to beat your ass. I
I'm,
just toppled this bitch.
was it? Imagine if camel spiders could like screech at you while they're running at you, like,
Aw, don't make a scary thing even scarier, bro. The
bro, like,
scariest thing to me will always be mannequins and dolls, but camel spiders come super fucking close.
what is it? I mean, for me, what was it? See here, at some
Temporal
point, what
mantle.
was it? At some point, what's this?
Temporal mantle.
I'm gonna have to disobey my commander or my captain or whoever is in charge.
Captain's like, I want you to go in and exterminate the camel spider infestation we have downstairs. How many? A couple hundred? Fuck no.
I'll just burn down the whole place. Like, I just can't
How
do
about
that.
we just burn the base?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo,
Like, for the
just
love
burn
of
it.
God, if there's a couple hundred camel spiders in your basement, don't you think that's enough to warrant taking an M2 napalm launcher? Or an M2 napalm
Napalm
cannon?
will do it right.
D-
Napalm will do it right. Like that thing
napalm will
can.
do it right. Napalm will do you justice.
Napalm literally burns through skin and everything around it.
Napalm will
That's what
burn
it's.
through that couple hundred camel spiders you have in that fucking basement, too.
Yeah. What's really funny about was it? What's really funny about it is that was you don't even was it?
You're
Let's say you
charged to defend this base, Private. The base is lost. If you got a couple hundred fucking camel spiders downstairs, we ain't defending this motherfucker. We already lost it.
exactly. And plus it
I
was it.
just thought of something. We could just funnel the terrorists into that room full of a couple hundred fucking camel spiders and see which
I
group
mean,
wins.
I don't think that would work because like I mean that's their country and they're pretty much used to it. So I mean, I'm familiar with it.
Nah, even the
So America,
fucking Middle Easterns struggle against those creatures. That's like one of the horrors of living in the Middle East, I think.
like, bro, like, what is it? Us Americans, we see those things. It's like, shoot it, shoot it. Oh my god, shoot it. They see
Kill
it.
it
It's
with
like,
fire.
man, get off my car. They just smack it. Like, bro,
Imagine they
they're
do actually do that, though. They get in their car,
some
there's
of
a
the time,
camel spider on the
bro.
fucking windshield, and they're just like, aw, you motherfucker.
Like, bro, there is plenty of people across the world who are not afraid. Like, I don't know how some people do have the type of courage in them to like not be afraid of like some things versus. There's this one African dude. He actually recorded himself. Where he actually recorded himself smashing a wasp nest with the wasp in it all at once and just completely killing them all. It wasn't a big one, but like it was a good enough one to where it's like, okay, that's a wasp nest. Like, I'm sitting here like, this man is
You could
like
tell.
OG. Yeah, like he's not scared at all.
I wish I had that kind of courage, but you get me within 5 feet of a mannequin, and my inner pussy comes screaming out.
Like, was it something? Was it? I'm not afraid of them. It's just like I don't like them around my face.
I'm desperately afraid of them. If I see a mannequin, I will fucking lock up. And I will not break eye contact. That's why I can't go into malls anymore, man.
That's why you don't go to the malls.
I don't go into malls because of fucking mannequins.
Wait. So you're saying that if me, Curel, and like was it Jalen, right? So say, oh, let's go to the mall. You're like, nope, nah.
Yep. I
Okay.
would be like, nope. And if Kiro would ask me why, I'd be like, mannequins, man. Mannequins, man. Just fucking
Oh, man.
mannequins. I will never get over that fear. I will always and forever be desperately afraid of mannequins. And dolls. Dolls are right up there
Like
with
was
them. I don't fuck with
like was
dolls, I don't fuck with mannequins.
oh my goodness. There's actually this one soldier was just actually following him. I actually followed him on his stuff. He he posting up a lot of he posting up a lot of marine type stuff because he is a marine, and he posting up a lot of marine clips and all that what the marines do. This one guy actually had a whole cobra in, or sorry, a whole rattlesnake in his like sack. This wasn't in,
I just got chills.
yeah. He was it. Yeah, yeah, that was it. This wasn't on some base in Afghanistan or was his no. This was in I think like what where the Marine bases are at and all that.
Uh,
I'll put it this way. It looks like a swampy area.
I don't. Is there one in Florida, I think? Maybe? I don't know. Or Hawaii, probably?
Nah, no, no. Like it was it was in the state. It was in the states. You gotta
Hawaii
be out
is a
there.
state.
Well, not there. Well, not there. I'm trying to say not there. But
Continental. The
yeah,
term is continental states.
yeah. Those, yeah. It's either got to be in either it probably is in California somewhere, or either North Carolina. I think it is somewhere. I don't know.
Dragon
I gotta
Mane
look it up.
Coal.
But yeah, this guy had a whole rattlesnake in his. He had a whole rattlesnake in his sack and all that. He there was one time he was getting chased by a goat, or by like a baby goat and all that, because like it liked him or whatever. And there's one time to where they got this. I think it was like what, a raccoon or something that stole the hat.
Oh, I
It took
love
a big.
raccoons.
Yeah, what was it? It was basically what was it? It's basically
Okay,
like a lot
for
of the
those of you
wildlife.
watching who don't know me, raccoons are life. I love raccoons. You bring a raccoon around me and I am a happy human being.
Just get a red panda. That's like a raccoon.
No, I'm gonna get me an actual baby raccoon. I will find a way to adopt a baby raccoon and I will raise it to be my own.
The best way you can probably get a baby raccoon is like go find one out in like the nuts or somewhere in the woods.
Well, Raccoon Eggs, a YouTuber that I'm highly fond of, he did a video on how to raise a raccoon. I'm going to just put a little disclaimer out there. I know for a fact that video was a joke 100% through and through, but you know what? I'm fucking rolling with it.
All right, but yeah, what do you say?
He said that first thing you gotta do is you gotta go and capture one out in the wild. So you dig a shit ton of holes and you fill them with Doritos and watch the raccoons fall into your traps like a swarm of, I don't know. And then he said the next thing you gotta do is you gotta find and identify the alpha raccoon. And it's easy as hell to identify the alpha raccoon because he's big as shit. And then you gotta drag him out of the hole and you gotta 1v1 him. And you're gonna get your ass kicked by the alpha raccoon. But you just take that ass beating until the alpha raccoon has been completely tired out. And there you go, you have successfully tamed a raccoon. And then you take him home and you can raise it. You can train him to do tricks like sit, stay, roll over, play dead, and give me a sponge bath. And you can train them to kill people you don't like. I'd have to you'd have to watch the video itself because Raccoon Eggs is actually a fucking comedic genius. But like, I don't know. I love Raccoon Eggs. His content's just super fucking good. It's not dry and fucking lacking in everything, including character, like my content is. So
You gotta wait until
well, no, it's just you think about my content and you'll fucking lose all interest in life. My content is actually pretty bad.
Do you have a what is it? Do you have a what is it? What's that one thing that you had?
If you say OnlyFans, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Not that. Uh, do you have a computer, like a laptop?
I have
Yeah,
this
a laptop.
I have this little Kano thing right here. It's like a touchpad laptop combo.
I mean, I was gonna say because like cause it was you can have your camera and all that. You can hook up your gaming system once it was and just ship it like that, or just make videos like that. Then good.
Nah, I'm gonna wait till I can get myself an MSI or something like that.
Alright then. If I can probably see if I can go to. If I can, I'm gonna try to see if I can go to what is it?
Another pink Rathian just showed up. I just killed you, bitch. I think it's time for me to return from expedition and end this stream, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. By the way, Atoma. So, what is it? So what is it? Apparently, so that all my stuff on, let's say, PlayStation for Destiny, it's moved on here. But apparently, from what I heard from like Master Knight, Master Yoda Man. him. He said that apparently it's all moved on here. Like once you move your stuff, it's all moved on here, but you have to buy the stuff again. You have to buy the expansions again.
That's so fucking money hungry, bro. That's so fucking
That's what.
stupid.
That's what I said. Like, yo, I said you got to be. Wait. You're telling me that I have to literally do. I like. I have to literally make. I have to buy all that stuff back again. Like, are you serious? Like,
No, fuck that,
I'm
man.
not buying it. I'm not. I'm not doing it. So stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
You know
Oh
what?
my
What
god,
I'm
all the
trying to do.
content on my channel is just uploaded streams and shit, bro.
Just gotta keep
Because
on
that's
working hard.
all I can do.
Just gotta keep on working hard, man. Just keep on going deep hard. Stream playing Call of Duty, or like stream playing. What is it? Some.
AtomaPaleblood, Destiny 2 in chat. AtomaPaleblood, Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. AtomaPaleblood, Destiny 2 Stupidity. AtomaPaleblood, Destiny 2 Stupidity, the sequel, but I didn't add like an extra bit to that title. AtomaPaleblood, Destiny 2, all this bullshit. AtomaPaleblood, one's raging, one's wheezing. AtomaPaleblood, hunting strongly. AtomaPaleblood when he's run out of ideas. AtomaPaleblood, Scorch Cannon Conundrum. AtomaPaleblood, the humor is dead. That's the stream we're doing right now. All these views. But we need y'all to subscribe, please. The Scorch Cannon Conundrum only got 8 views, but when AtomaPaleblood, when he's run out of ideas, which is the Call of Duty stream, and AtomaPaleblood Hunting Strongly, which is the 5-hour Monster Hunter stream, those each got over 20 views. I need y'all to click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button. Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell with a fucking hammer. Make sure that shit rings. Share it with
If
your
you don't
friends.
subscribe,
Throw it in their
upside the
fucking
head.
face.
Very simple.
What?
If you don't subscribe, I'm gonna knock you upside the head.
Hopeful we don't need to get violent with our viewers. We love you.
What?
A lot of y'all that are viewing this channel are just floaters. Y'all are just floating out in the nothingness. Y'all just pass on by. I welcome you to the channel to stay, you know? Come over, subscribe. I try to stream as frequently as I can. I'm absolute garbage at it, and I have to have someone else in here, otherwise the stream's gonna be lame as fuck. But, like, who doesn't like friends just chatting in a fucking stream chat?
That's what most
Dude,
people do. They have most people just they have usually their friends or what else it is being there just partner with them. That's what a lot of people do.
yeah, the fucking Monster Hunter stream that was 5 hours long is the most successful video I have, with a whopping 25 views.
Keep on making
I've got a
content, man.
I got a Destiny 2 stream. The first ever stream that I did on YouTube has 18 views.
Keep on going, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it? Just
I'm not
post a
stopping no matter what.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, what was
6
it?
views on my hiatus
Make some
update.
views.
A morning,
Make some views and say.
an early morning with Atoma has 10 views. You know that 21-second video that I uploaded where I just scream into the camera?
Oh wow.
Dude, there are... One of my fear videos has like no views whatsoever. My Cry of Fear walkthrough has stayed in the single digits.
Like I said, Like, was it post your opinion about something? What is
No,
that?
cause that's like I don't like Flame Wars. I don't like doing. 17 views on my I'm back and I'm on a new channel video. The first ever video that I posted on this channel. 13 views for the Pocky Hot Chips plus Devil Joe.
Imagine somebody like Corey Kinch or like even Dash EXP. Yeah, you know, just commenting on something. Hey man, keep on going.
Nah, that's not gonna happen, bro. All those YouTubers that have made it and shit. There's a YouTube channel. I think she's only got like a couple hundred or a couple thousand. Hold on, I gotta look her up. She's a story channel. You know, she talks about like stories and theories about stories and shit like that. Uh, her channel name is A Bit Frank. She has 217,000 subscribers, but she only has 35 videos on her channel.
A lot of simps out there.
No, it's the thing. You can't even see who she really is. It's just a bunch of really creepy, cool drawings and storytelling.
I mean,
For example,
maybe
here's
like the
some of her here's some of her titles. The creepy origins of Coraline's button eyes. The strange Frankenstein tree that bore 40 fruits. How small details completely change Howl's moving castle. The creepy origins of Snow White's glass coffin, which I didn't realize that was a. Oh yeah, that is a thing. Beauty and the Beast, the real beast, is the woman. How Beauty and the Beast could have been seriously spicy.
oh wow.
Well, the look on the animated side of the face that was sketched by. I don't know if A Bit Frank does these sketches herself, but it's really good. It's really good. How Disney made the Tooth Fairy origins. How one small detail changes everything in The Nightmare Before Christmas. How Frozen could have been drastically different. How Coraline's rats hint at something bigger. Coraline's scariest monster is not the other mother. You see, she's so fucking creative and shit. Like the story time and shit, and all this, like, theories and shit, all the spoopiness and whatnot, it's really cool. But she only has 35 videos, and she's got 217,000 subscribers, and I'm one of them. Like, dude, this channel is awesome.
Have you tried doing skits?
I don't have the shit to do skits, man.
You know you can just do it from an Android or your phone.
No. That's like
Um,
so poorly done, and I have no friends up here in Harlem.
do you know Long Beach Griffey? His videos are done on all over on Android. Your phone as
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, what would
Wow.
I do? Like, I would literally just be talking into my phone on a camera. What would I say? What would I talk about?
Post up one like post up, let's say like some dark jokes for us, or if you're into that type of stuff, dark jokes and all. But let's say this. Let's say if my Glock holds 30 bullets in it and there's 50 students in this classroom right now.
Oh my god.
I'm
Hopeful, stop with those jokes, please. You told like two of them in the last stream that I did with you, I think.
if my chopper holds 50 bullets.
I'm
uh,
I'm gonna go
it,
get me a glass of milk. I'll be right back.
Mr. Jackson. But hypothetically speaking, if my Glock holds 50 bullets in there and there's only 17 students, how many students?
Mrs. Jackson gonna look at you and be like, I'm calling the cops. You stay right there.
I'm thinking, tired. You feeling you be?
Kid just whips out the gun and just goes to town. This video is not getting monetized.
Man, bro, the fact that is that people are so soft nowadays about some stuff. Like, yo, school shootings were not. Okay, also, let me literally just. Also, well, you can go get your stuff, but yo, school shootings are not just a thing that just started up today. They happened in the past. Usually, like literally, there used to be school shootings that happened all the time. Like honestly, what was it? Outside the really first ever school shooting was like what is it? School like Columbine, I think it was. These two white boys was it is, I think it was. These two white boys, something like that. They were reading something about like Hitler was it, something like that. Was it right? And then they completely had like shot the whole school and like bombed it. They bombed the library and did like all sorts of things to it. And the fact that is that people are gonna get so harsh about it nowadays. Like no, it's not just a thing. It used to happen in the past all the time. There's literally school shootings that happen all the time all over the world too. It's not just a thing. It's still happening.
Alright.
Are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, so was it today? Today with people nowadays, it's so that people are like too soft. That's like all it is. They're too soft. School shootings did not just start happening. No, school shootings used to happen back then too, and they did. Or was it? I would say the first ever school shooting was like what is it like school Columbine or something like that, or like the Columbine was is. Like I mean, the two boys who went there and they bombed the school or something. They started shooting it up. Like honestly, if someone's gonna get really offended about a dark joke, then you really need to grow up. Honestly,
I wonder if
would you
she's
like to say
done a
something?
reading of Coraline in her second channel a bit late. Oh! Oh! I know what she has done, though.
Are you done recording?
No, I'm still recording. She's
Okay.
read The Wolf Queen, Webs of Deceit from Skyrim. She's read the Wolf Queen series? She's read books from Skyrim? That's fucking awesome! Spooky fairy tale, The Voice of Death. Oh, that sounds cool as shit. See, why does a bit Frank in her second channel a bit late have to be so fucking awesome? Like, this YouTuber's amazing. Like, this is a YouTuber that I actually consider buying their merch. Specifically specifically a black hoodie that says rats, man. Like, I would totally get that. So fucking cool. You don't have to be a gaming channel to be fucking creative.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you can do anything you want to. Don't
But I
just
want
fall
to do
into it.
gaming because that's what I do. I'm a
Then talk about Call
gamer.
of Duty of how. Then talk about Call of Duty of how some stuff is literally ridiculous. Like for instance, what is it?
What I want
The
to do is
725. The 725 in the
I want to
beginning.
talk
You
game
guys are
lore.
literally retarded activation.
I want to talk about game lore.
Game more. What's up?
Game lore, as in like
Oh, game more.
backstories. Like for Dark Souls, I could go on and on about Dark Souls lore.
Then do it. Just stream Dark Souls lore, and then just They're like, okay, I'm doing this.
Alright, we're gonna
You know what
extend this stream out a little bit longer. Because I'm gonna
I'm
talk
saying?
about Dark Souls lore. So
Just have
hopeful.
some of your beers about.
Oh, you're trying to say something, I'm being rude, I'm sorry.
I know you're good, you're good, you're good. But yeah, I was saying like, yo, just you can do anything you want to. You don't have to like really like rely on gaming and just doing this and doing that. I mean, it's a good thing if you want to do gaming, whatever. But at the same time, you don't gotta rely on it.
So, there's something about Dark Souls lore. Hopeful, I want you to trigger a response, because this is the only way that I can get into talking about lore. Find something about Dark Souls and ask me about it. Alright?
Who's
Something.
that big fat guy?
The big fat guy. Are you talking about the Golden Knight with the hammer?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
That is Smo. Executioner Smo.
Why is the executioner's no for?
Executioner Smo, well, obviously he's an executioner. He serves under Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, and the Holy Family, and or not holy, royal family, and the Kingdom of Anor Londo, and he's friends with one of Gwyn's four chosen. Gwyn's four chosen consist of Artorias, Sierran, who is an assassin. Fucking Dragon Slayer Ornstein. And one more person. They each have their own specific ring. Sierran is the Hornet Ring. I think I'm saying her name wrong, but I don't remember. Hornet Ring is Sierran. Wolf Ring is Artorias. I gotta look it up. I think the fourth knight is Havel the Rock, but like I don't know. I gotta look this one up because I can't remember the fourth knight's name.
Yeah. Or matter of fact, hey, do Destiny lore.
I only know so much.
Mm-hmm. Also, who's that? Who's that one guy that be riding the dragons?
The one guy that be riding the dragons?
Yeah, like he rode a dragon or whatever.
Oh, the fourth knight of Gwyn is a knight by the name of Go. I don't really know much about him.
Hmm.
But apparently he's like a giant or something. He's pretty huge. I don't really know too much about Go. I don't really remember much from the first game because it's been so long. I mean, I've played Dark Souls for 11 years. Also, Dragon Rider? You said you were asking about?
Yeah.
Describe him for me.
He wears like some type of like long hair that flows in the wind and all day. He has a big giant spear, and he has lightning. The lightning powers, I guess, what it is.
See, all I'm thinking about is the Nameless King. And yes, technically that
I
bird
think
is
that
a
is the nameless king.
dragon, but it's a giant fucking...
I think that is the nameless king. I think that is the nameless king.
Yeah.
Because
The giant bird thing that he rides is called the King of the Storm. And you kill
yeah,
that
that's the
before
name.
you fight the Nameless King. And what
Yeah,
the
I'm talking
Nameless
about the.
King
I'm talking about
is...
the nameless king. Is yeah. He has some type of like big giant spear sword or whatever.
It was a
I
giant
bet.
spear. The
I
Nameless
bet that
King...
name was real.
I think the Nameless King had something to do with the royal family, but he disappeared into Archdragon Peak, and after the battle with the undead in Dark Souls 1, Ornstein was, Ornstein went to Archdragon Peak, because apparently, with some spell, or rather, some, like, illusion, The Ornstein you fought and killed wasn't the real one. The real Ornstein went to Archdragon Peak looking for the Nameless King, apparently, because of everything that was going on. And I don't know, the Nameless King is just another character that I don't know too much about. Like, that's not a lot of lore that I know about.
What's those knights that be the darkness and all?
The Dark Wraiths?
Yeah.
They look like skeleton knights, but with shadows hanging off of them and shit.
Yeah.
The Dark Wraiths are essentially elite soldiers of the Abyss. They're kind of like foot soldiers, though, at the same time. Like, the things that they have at their disposal. The Dark Sword, which is a pretty fucking strong weapon. And the Black Hand. The Black Hand, it's used to deflect attacks, and it be used to suck the life energy out of your targets. The Dark Sword is just really, really strong weapon. I can't remember all of its specifics, but Dark Wraiths usually stick around the Abyss, alright? After the fall of Manus, the Abyss kind of faded a bit, but you return to the metaphorical Abyss in... Well, I don't necessarily know if it's metaphorical. In the Ringed City DLC for Dark Souls 3, you go to the Ringed City, alright? That place is essentially humanity's prison. Because humanity, they're cursed by the darkness. If you're human, you bear the dark side. Humanity is a form of abyssal darkness. That's why the Ringed City is the way it is. Because that is where humanity was attempted to be kept prisoner by Gwyn. Because Gwyn feared the dark. Gwyn feared it. Because the furtive pygmy, their flame was dark. Out of all the flames that were, discovered, long at the end of the age where dragons had ruled. Because long ago, before there was fire, there was fog, and there was dragons, just tons of dragons. And then one day, Gwyn and his original Lords of Cinder and the furtive pygmy found the first flame. Eventually they discovered lightning magic. It was brought to their attention by Seath the Scaleless, and he helped Gwyn and his people to turn against his dragon brethren. And Seath was made a scholar under Gwyn's rule at the end of the war with the dragons. Dragon slayers rose, specifically Ornstein, the greatest dragon slayer, and Gwyn chose his 4 knights. All the stuff with the Abyss happened because Manus escaped the Ring City, ended up somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. I forget the name of the town he ended up at, or the city he ended up at, but he was struck down by either Gwyn or Gwyn's servants. And when he was killed, the darkness inside of him was set free. And when it was, it consumed the entire area that they buried his body. And he came back as this massive, grotesque, dark creature. And he stretched his abyss out. He turned the people there into monsters to do his bidding. And the abyss started spreading fast. The abyss was constantly on the move, spreading out. The creatures were moving out. Cities were tainted by the darkness. thousands of people were killed. Complete fucking chaos. Alright, that's Manus. Excuse me. The Ringed City is remnants after that age. Alright? Remnants of the darkness from the abyss after that age. Because remember, the abyss spread far and wide, or at least as far and wide as it could, because Manus was trying to conquer the known world because of the way he felt of Gwyn and his era of fire. During the time of the abyssal spreading, the knight by the name of Artorius attempted to contain the abyss. Alright? Now, the abyss still exists. Alright? It just doesn't spread the way it used to, because Manus is dead. Artorius and his faithful companion, the great Grey Wolf Sif, attempted to contain the abyss by going and killing Manus themselves. Artorius was one of Gwyn's 4 chosen knights. And, yeah, it didn't go so well when Artorius and Sif tried to take down the abyss. Artorius' left arm, which was his shield arm, is broken by Manus in the fight, and he can no longer use his shield, and he also becomes infected by the abyss. So in one last effort to protect his dear friend Sif, he uses a magical spell that turns his great shield into a force field around Sif, but Sif can't leave the abyss. Sif is trapped down there, and Artorius has to retreat, where Manus is going to kill him. So Artorius roams the ruins around the abyss, killing Manus' minions, slowly losing his mind to the taint that's corrupting him from within. That's where you, the player, come in. In the last moments before he loses his fucking mind, he kills an abyssal creature in front of you, looks at you hopelessly for a moment, and then the shadows close in around him, and you watch him go immediately from this knight to this animalistic, psychotic killing machine, just corrupted and twisted by the abyss. You face him there, you kill him there. You go down into the abyss that tormented him. You free Sif the Great Wolf, and then you take down Manus, using the silver pendant, because it helps to protect you against a lot of Manus' really powerful attacks. After you beat Manus and you go back into the area where you fought Artorius, you can find Ciaran, which is the assassin chick that I told you about. And she's there to pay homage to an old friend. She's paying homage to Artorius. If you keep Artorius' soul, I think, and you don't consume it like you would normally do a twisted soul or transpose it, she asks you if you have the soul of her friend, and you can give it to her, and she lays his soul to rest. And then a boss fight from the base game, the Great Wolf Sif boss fight, which I think is actually a secret boss fight. If you wait and do that boss fight after the Abyss situation, Sif will recognize you. You'll go into the graveyard where all the swords are at. The Wolf's Blood great swords are like just stabbed into the ground. And there's a giant great sword and a giant tombstone. And on top of that tombstone is Sif. Sif jumps down, tackles you to the ground, stares you in the face, realizes who you are, frowns, looks away, jumps back, picks up his sword, and fights you one last time, because he knows you're worthy of Artorius' legacy, which is the reason you're there anyways, to get his legacy. which is essentially like a fancy word for gear and stuff related to the man. But by his honor and the bonds of friendship that he had with Artorias, he can't let you just walk in there. Only one of you will leave that area alive. And he knows this. He also knows that that since you were able to stand against Manus and kill the father of the Abyss, you are strong enough to reunite him with his friend Artorias that he lost to the Abyss all that time ago. Also, the main reason you're going into the Abyss is to rescue a princess that was captured by Manus. I don't know if I mentioned that. But, like, yeah, it's super fucking cool. And it's also really fucking sad, too, if you look into it. Like, it's absolutely... That's why when Vadividya does his fucking videos on this shit, he titles them Prepare to Cry, and I actually cried for Artorias' because his story is actually genuinely sad. Another attempt to contain the Abyss was the attempt made by the Ivory King. He brought the Princess of Interest into his palace, gave her a wonderful life, built his fortress around the Abyss with his armies, and contained the Abyss with a massive wall. But in the end, he was still corrupt in some way, shape, or form, because the undead had to come back and face him because stuff was going wrong. Him and his court, you had to kill them all. And, anyway, back to the Ringed City. Back to the Ringed City. I had to go down like a trek. So, Ringed City. City affected by the dark, but, you know, it was affected by the dark from the beginning, because it was built to house humans. Humanity. The original darkness. In Dark Souls 3, you go to the Ringed City, and there's these dark abyssal-ish creatures, I guess. But there's also guardians of one of Gwyn's daughters. I think he had multiple daughters, probably. I can't remember. But we're just gonna assume he has multiple daughters, because I think he does. I think one of them is... I don't know. I think one of them is still in Anne Orlando. Yeah, one of them's in Anne Orlando, the chick that lets you join the Dark Moon Covenant. But, anyway. Filianor. Princess Filianor. Now, back when the abyssal shit started, she had an egg with a gaping hole in it. The gaping hole represented the abyss. The gaping hole represented basically the end of the world, sorta. Or at least an apocalyptic version of their world. And in order to stop this chaos from happening, Filianor was placed into the Ringed City in a sacred chapel, and she was put in a permanent sleep with the egg. She wasn't dead, she wasn't killed, she was asleep. And the sleep was technically supposed to be permanent. Until Dark Souls 3. You go into the Ringed City, you fight through the Ringed City, you kill everything. You face Dark Eater Midir, a dragon that Gwyn entrusted to face the abyss that was in the Ringed City at the time. I think the Ringed City might have been the original site of the abyss now that I think about it. Maybe, I don't know. But Dark Eater Midir devoured the abyss as it arrived. Ate it, killed everything about it. If there's holes in the lore that I'm spitting right now, viewers that view this in the future, comment it in the bottom below, like in the comment section. Place it in a comment. That way I know to bring that up next time I talk about these things. But like, because I'm just going off of what I've gathered from playing the game and reading item descriptions and reading messages and shit like that, and what I've heard off of YouTube videos that I may not 100% remember. But like, she's placed there.
Hey, I'm playing on that.
She's placed there. She's in the Ring City. She's asleep.
I heard a weird noise. I got a little bit freaked out.
Oh yeah, I understand that, man. But she's asleep, and then the Unkindled show up. You fight your way through the Ring City. You kill Dark Eater Midir. You killed the Spear of the Church, which was charged with protecting Filianor so she stays in her slumber and the egg doesn't break. You know, you get all that shit done and out of the way. And then you wake her up. You go up to her, you touch the egg, it crumbles, and she wakes up. She looks at you, and a light glows from her. Alright? And you end up in this version of the Dark Souls reality, but it's just an ocean of sand and dust and ash. It's like a desert with like buried buildings and shit, half buried buildings, and the tower you're in is buried up to the floor. You go out and you find an old friend who has become a boss fight. Now, this person that I'm about to talk about, Slave Knight Gale. Alright? Slave Knight Gale was not introduced in Dark Souls 3 until you get the DLCs. Starting with Ashes of Ariandel. Let me explain into more depth. Slave Knight Gale, he works for, you know, he's a servant of the painter. The painted world of Ariandel is essentially just that. It's a painting. The way you get to that world is he holds out a piece of the actual painting of Ariandel, and you use that to go into this rotting winter world known as Ariandel. You look for the painter lady, and you have to show her fire, because fire burns the rot away. Paintings, after a while, at least in medieval times, they will rot. They will, you know, corrode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta burn the rot away. You gotta light it on fire. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Sister Frida, the forlorn guardian of that realm, she's unkindled ash like you. She is just like you, except she doesn't revive at bonfires because she forsook her duty. And she protects Father Ariandel, the quote-unquote ruler of that particular realm. Slave Knight Gale, alright? He sends you to this world. You fight through this world. You fight the Champion's Grave Tender. You go through all these crazy Millwood Knights. All these, you know, all these crazy motherfuckers and these great wolves that try to rip you to shreds. You go down and you figure out the secret beneath the chapel that Sister Frida is guarding. There's a lever deep beneath it in the cliffs that opens up the actual shrine next to Sister Frida. She looks at the shrine as it's opening and is like, oh, so they haven't left. You go back up and she tells you, she warns you one last time, go back. return from whence you came. And that you need to leave them be. But you don't. You go in. You go down and you talk to Father Ariandel. Cutscene starts. Father Ariandel is sitting in a chair that is restrained by ropes and nailed to the floor for some reason. And the chair is tied to him. But yeah. You go down there. And he's asking for Freda to bring his flail. And he notices you after you touch the bowl. And it's a giant fucking brass bowl full of fire, essentially. Or full of, like, embery, like, ash type stuff. And he's looking into it. Like a drunk guy puking into a bucket. And he's looking into it, and you touch it, and he looks up at you, and he's like, oh, bring Freda to me, please. Can you not see the flame flickering once again? I can see it. Feel it. And then Freda comes down with her scythe. And she's like, we have no need of your flail. And she says something else, I can't remember what it is. But she's like, I'll snuff out these ashes for good. And that's when you fight her. Now, Slave Knight Gale leaves a summon sign. But when you use the summon sign, he doesn't get summoned right away. He gets summoned in Phase 2 of the boss fight. Because Phase 1, it's one-on-one, you versus Sister Freda. You kill Freda. Father Ariandel uncovers his eyes to see what happened, because when Freda gets ready to kill you, she tells her father, avert thine eyes. Because she doesn't want Father Ariandel to see what's about to happen. There's about to be some violence. And, you know, she believes that's disrespectful or something, or that's just not something that she wants him to see from her. But fucking, you fight her, you kill her, he uncovers his eyes. He loses his mind, rips his chair out of the floor, picks up the bowl, slams it in the floor a couple times. The area gets covered in fire, the artificial walls break, and the real size of the room is revealed. And then Slave Knight Gale joins in the fight. Slave Knight Gale jumps up, you know, as if he's been summoned from the middle of the room, and he helps you fight Sister Freda and Father Ariandel. The 2v2 ends. If you play right and stuff like that, you and Slave Knight Gale take them down. Black Flame Freda most likely is going to end up killing him, unless you just really know how to keep him alive, while also utilizing him to his full potential. But Black Flame Freda is going to fucking annihilate him any other way. But, like, after you beat Sister Freda, you light the bonfire, you rest at the bonfire, you know. A second bonfire appears in the same room. At the very back of the room, where there's like a statue and a little like window-ish looking type thing, you interact with that bonfire and it's a portal. It takes you to the dreg heap. And Slave Knight Gale has left messages all throughout the dreg heap guiding you through. You get to the end of the dreg heap, you get to the bonfire right above the giant pit where you fight the Demon Prince in his two-phase fight. And you have the ability to summon Slave Knight Gale again, but he's summoned immediately this time. You and Slave Nightingale jump down. You fight the Demon Prince. Well, you fight the demon from below and the demon in pain. You kill them. The last demon you kill becomes the Demon Prince. The Demon Prince, you fight him. If you're lucky, you and Gale both survive. I've gotten lucky with that. But, you know, he helps you beat the Demon Prince. At the end of the fucking Ring City DLC, which is what the Dreg Heap is a part of, I believe. At the end of the Ring City DLC, you go to this ocean of ash. And this is less lore and more of spoilers for those of you who haven't played the game. Spoiler alert on all this. But, you know, Dark Souls 3 and its expansions have been out for so fucking long, I don't think it matters. Oh, but, you go to this ocean of ash looking place, and it's the original throne world of the Pygmy Lords, the Furtive Pygmy, which was the original humans, the bearers of the Dark Flame and the Dark Sign, the original bearers of the Dark Soul. And I know you're not watching copyrighted shit while I'm talking lore.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
Yeah, but like...
Who's Nito?
Who's Nito?
Nito, I think it's Nito.
It's Nito. It's Gravelord.
Yeah.
That is Gravelord Nito, and I'll get to him in a second. Gravelord Nito was one of the original Lords of Cinder. He was given the right of rekindling. Because if the fire fades, you know, Gravelord Nito has the right to rekindle it. And he's done so. In the game, it gets stolen from him, and there's a knight that serves Gravelord Nito that you help to steal it back. But when you go to steal the right of kindling from the right of rekindling from Nito, that knight turns against you and you have to kill him. But anyway, back to what I was describing with Slave Knight Gale. We'll get into the nitty gritty of Nito here in a bit. Slave Knight Gale, you walk into the Furtive Pygmy throne area, and they're calling for Filianor. They say the Red Hood has come to eat us, to eat our dark souls. And, you get over to the throne area. You go behind the thrones and a cutscene opens. You see Slave Knight Gale. He's become twisted by the dark souls that he's devoured. His stomach is open as if somebody cut a massive chunk out of it. And he's eating the dark soul of a pygmy lord. And he hears you approach and he looks up and he's like, "What? Still here? Hand it over, that thing, your dark soul, for my lady's painting." He stabs the body of the pygmy lord that he was eating, runs a couple steps forward, and then flicks it at you, ending the cutscene. Now that was a shout out to Artorias' cutscene when you fought Artorias. Because when Artorias' cutscene starts, you see a creature of the abyss. Artorias comes crashing down onto it, stabbing it with with his sword. He stabs it again, finishing it off. He looks up at you, the abyss consumes him. He roars, he lifts his sword over his shoulder with the body dangling from his sword, and then he swings his sword, throwing the corpse at you. That was Dark Souls 3 paying homage to Dark Souls 1. What they did with Slave Knight Gale's cutscene. You fight Slave Nightingale, you kill him. And then you receive the blood of the Dark Soul. And that's what the painter lady needs to paint the new world. Now that you've shown her fire after defeating Sister Frida and Father Ariandel. Now on to Gravelord Nito. Gravelord Nito, basically the Lord of the Undead. When the original Lords of Cinder, quote unquote Lords of Cinder, um, you know, Gravelord Nito, Izalith, Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder. Izalith was a witch, by the way, and she had her own coven. But I don't know too much about Izalith, so I'm not going to get into that. Izalith was definitely known for pyromancies, though, which is basically fire magic. But, Gravelord Nito was Lord of the Undead. His undead hordes tore through the dragons and their servants
That's
during
what
the
I was
wars.
doing.
Well, I'm still gonna talk about the lore, just... Well, I mean, I am gonna wait for him, because he did kinda ask about Gravelord Nito. Ugh. Oh, shit. It's been a very long day. Let's see here. Oh. Two core 6A. Second, they call us imposters because it's fucking Among Us. So it's like my brother was attacking everybody with snowballs. I hope my ticket to the fucking concert still shows up.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so Gravelord Nito, during the war with the dragons, he and his undead hordes tore through the dragons and their masters, or the dragons and their minions, with their dark undead power. Gravelord Nito was given the right of rekindling, something you steal from him in game after retrieving it from a certain boss. I can't remember what it's called, but this 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 boss is wearing multiple masks on different parts of its massive head. One of those masks being the mask of the Father. Now, The thing about Grave Lord Nito is he is essentially a mass of shadow and bone. And there is a covenant that follows Grave Lord Nito that basically they worship the guy in Dark Souls 1. The covenant is called
There's a lot of lore to this game.
oh, there is. It's a fuck ton of lore.
That's why you know it's a 5-star game. Because if you add lore, I mean, if you want a game that actually gives you like some actual, how should I say, of stuff out of it and actually a good ending or whatever else is to it, just put in some lore and just be like, bring in the money. Actually give a story to the game, like Modern Warfare, or just the Call of Duty franchise. There's a lore into it, but at the same time, it's just like, eh.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, the Grave Lord Covenant, that's the big thing that I'm aware of the most when it comes to Grave Lord Nito. Grave Lord Covenant is a PvP covenant. And it's a notorious one. Now, the thing about the Gravelord Covenant is if you're a part of the Gravelord Covenant and you put your Gravelord sign down, you affect the worlds of other players passing through the area that you place your sign down. And like a portal opens, sort of, like a gateway. And, you can get invaded by these players affected by you, because the only way they can stop the effect you have on their world is by invading you and killing you. So you're gonna get invaded by up to 5 people at a time, maybe even more, if that's possible. I think the limit was 5, but I could be wrong. Up to 5 people at a time, and they all come with one goal in mind: killing you. Because you cause absolute hell for them in their own personal worlds. Because when you put your Gravelord sign down, powerful and disturbingly strong enemies show up in their worlds and start killing the shit out of them. And the only way they can stop that shit and gain some normalcy in their world is by killing you. So, and it's not just one person you're affecting, it's every possible fucking world within proximity. You know, every player that's running through that area that's on the servers gets affected by you. Which is why you get invaded by so many fucking people at once. Because they are here to kill your ass so that they stop getting their asses beat by the powerful enemies that show up in their world when you've placed your sign down. I used to Grave Lord a fuck ton back in Dark Souls 1. And that's the thing about it is, I didn't even know recording gameplay was a thing back when I played Dark Souls 1, because that was a long fucking time ago. That was a long ass time ago. That was years ago. That was like 8 or 9 years ago. I'm 22. So I was young as fuck playing this shit. I think it was 8 or 9 years. It could be sooner. I don't know. All I know is I've played since Demon Souls. But like, dude. But fucking, fucking, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I used to Grave Lord a lot. I used to do it a lot. I was pretty bad at it at first because I didn't really understand what I was getting into. But then I did some like research on it and shit, and I figured out what was going on, and I immediately caught on. When you Grave Lord, you have to be ready. It is not for the faint of heart. It is super fucking tedious. Sure, the rewards are massive, and like there's opportunity for major PvP kills and shit. And you can get some damn good souls off doing it if you're careful. But holy shit, dude. It is a pain in the ass if you're not careful and if you're not ready. But I used to do it. I used to do it. And I got good at it. I got really good at it. It was definitely widely frowned upon whenever I started grave lording, but that's because I would grave lord in the most notorious of spots. So I would put my fucking sign down and everything would turn to shit. And I would be like, I would grave lord in hard areas too. Like areas that are really difficult. I'm talking areas with hard enemies and shit. I would set my sign down in those areas because I know people passing through those areas, they're already having a tough enough time as it is. But me putting out a Gravelord symbol just makes it 10 times worse for them. So if they could even manage to invade me with like all the other phantoms that are managing to invade me, they probably ain't ready when they show up. Because I didn't really start Gravelording until I was very late game for Dark Souls 1. I was very late game when I started doing that shit. But I'm telling you, the PvP kills and shit that I would rack up, so fucking worth it. So fucking worth it, man. It was a lot of fun. But over time, my skills have just gone down the drain. Dark Souls 1, I managed to go through all that shit, do great, even hit max level. Demon Souls, hit max level multiple times because fighting the false king of lamp, he would suck a soul level out of you if you weren't careful, and sometimes I just wasn't careful. But like, dude, it was so fucking crazy. In Dark Souls 2, I managed to get through that game. I managed to do everything under the sun in that game. After a while, And then I came to Dark Souls 3. Was damn good at it. But for some reason, my skills just don't exist anymore.
You've been lacking.
I have just fallen from grace, man. I don't know, dude. Everything.
Have you been
Have I been what?
lacking?
I'm always lacking at this point, bro. I can't do
Come
jack
on.
shit right.
You gotta get back in there. Sometimes life may be like a
No,
rock.
sometimes it's good to know when to quit.
Nah. Ooh, who wanna pay for that? Man, get out of here with that bullshit. I'm sick and tired. Over. Gucci pics.
Look, if you celebrate Valentine's Day, you're an absolute fucking joke, okay?
What's wrong with Valentine's Day?
Fuck Valentine's Day and everything it stands for. It's so gross.
I mean, you'll see what. I can see why too, because I mean, it's literally just another day to like celebrate.
Is this fucking Master Chief Collection? The picture that I'm looking at? Finish the Fight podcast. They have the Emil Spartan helmet and all that. That has to be Master Chief Collection.
Yeah. What's really funny about it is I was like, what is it? Completely.
Ugh!
Really doing it?
My front baby tooth was loose today. I pulled it out, but it was still connected to a gross string. So I kept pulling and pulling, and now I feel a weird tickle behind my eye.
Oh my god, you just pulled a nerve. Oh my god, you're an idiot. You're an
Aww.
idiot. With that string, that string is an actual nerve.
It wasn't ready to be pulled yet.
You idiots. Oh my god. Just thinking about that makes my skin crawl. Thanks a lot.
Alright, I think it's the proper time to end the stream after all this lore talk. What do you think, Hopeful?
I mean, yeah. This person is literally.
I'm literally going to fucking vomit my fucking lungs out. Anyway, thank you so much for
Yes.
watching this stream. Thank you for...
You decided to read something that said pulling a nerve.
Thanks for wasting your time, I guess. 3 hours of your time. Or thanks for letting me waste 3 hours of your time. I'm definitely gonna keep streaming, even though it's absolutely redundant.
That is a
Derivative
BB
was
gun.
probably the word I was looking for. But
That is a fucking BB gun, you asswipes.
anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Honestly, it kind of sucked, but you know what? I'm thinking about going into the whole lore thing. I might look up some Warhammer 40k lore, try to learn some stuff, and make a stream about it, or something like that. I might look up the Dark Angels chapter lore, and talk about the lore while I play Space Hulk Deathwing, because I have that game. Hopefully you need to get that game, by the way. Like, you really need to get that game. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new here, subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. If you subscribe, I will love your adorable little face forever. It would make things so much better for this channel. Um, Hit the notification bell, like the stream, share it with your friends, have them subscribe too. You know, every drop in the bucket helps. But, yeah, it's been AtomaPaleblood, and I'll see y'all in the next stream. Later.